I throw this tank top on consistently. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Seyi and this is the Daily Seyi. On this channel, I share fashion hauls, fashion styling videos, along with some beauty and life things. So if any of that is right up your alley, then please feel free to subscribe. And as always, if you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and being a real one. Also, if you like this video, at the end of it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You know, that really helps me, boost me up in the YouTube algorithm. So I wanted to share with y'all some places where you can find some really good quality basics, because I definitely am a proponent of having good quality basic pieces in your closet. I feel like they help to bring a wardrobe together. It helps you on those days when you're just like, I don't know what to wear, and you just need to throw something on, or if you don't have the energy to figure out what to wear. Even if you're somebody who loves dressing up like I do, there are just some days where you just really do not have the time or the patience or the energy. So if you would like to hear about where you can get some good quality basics like this one I'm wearing right here, then please continue watching. All right, so first up, since I'm already wearing the top, we're gonna talk about Aritzia. So I've recently been a, customer of Aritzia. They've been around for a little bit. Honestly, their stuff is really good. Now, I do have to give a caveat, a disclaimer, that their stuff is pretty pricey. But I think that depending on your comfortability with spending, a certain amount of money on certain pieces of clothing, I do feel like you are getting your money's worth and you are getting, your quality's worth, and they will last a long time. So you're not buying it like super frequently. For example, this tank top was about $68. And I know it's like $68 for a tank top, but I promise you guys, I throw this tank top on consistently. For me, this tank top is extremely flattering, and this is just one of the many basic pieces they have in their collection. I also have the crop version of this in white because I loved it that much, and they just have a variety of different basic pieces. Like Aritzia's clothing is very kind of like that down to earth, very minimalistic type of clothing. So if that is up your alley, then you will really like Aritzia. Now, I feel like I'm kind of a mix. I like basic clothing, but I also like to, mix it up and add a little pizzazz every now and then. So, I don't only shop at Aritzia, but I know people who do, and honestly, I get it. Their style is very kind of like that laid back chill, but Aritzia has a lot of nice basics and they are quality, and I can attest to it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have this tank top for a very long time because it is a sturdy tank, and just other pieces of clothing that I've gotten from them, I'm like, yeah, this seems like it's gonna be in my closet for a while. So number one is Aritzia. Number two, we have Everlane. And Everlane is a brand that I've known about for a while now, and I have a few pieces from there, but to be completely honest, their basics are really good as well. And they're also another brand who I would even say they're more laid back than Aritzia. Like Aritzia is kind of like, it gives me like girly laid back, whereas Everlane is very much like unisex laid back. Their jeans to me, a good like straight leg or skinny leg jean is a basic in my opinion. So I'm showing it here because their jeans are really good. Like, they have really good quality jeans, but not only that, their tops also good quality, like the feel of it. Everlane has this kind of like disclaimer where they share, why they're pricing things the way they're pricing it, how much they're making, their overhead costs, etc., which I think makes me feel comfortable with shopping there as well, because I'm like, okay, well, I know where the money is going. Not that I always have to, but especially with how fast fashion is, it's sometimes good to know like, okay, my money is actually being used for useful stuff and not like a super markup. All that aside though, Everlane has some really good basics, so Everlane is number 2 on this list. Next, we have H&M, and H&M is definitely on the cheaper side of this entire list. H&M has very affordable, good quality basics. I definitely think that they've stepped up in that arena. They've always kind of had those basics, but I think in the last few years, and also in terms of inclusivity and size diversity, they have definitely done what they had to do. So I have this like white basic tank, very cropped, but to me, this is a basic because it's just easy to throw on, and I can easily throw it on under something. I can wear it on its own, I can style it and remix it as I want to. And so every time I go in there, I always find something that I'm like, oh, this is a nice basic. And again, basic for me usually consists of like neutral colors or things that can be worn in multiple ways in multiple outfits without much thought to it. I feel like basics from H&M, there's a wide variety. Like, you get the crop top, you get the basic tees. I mean, I used to shop at H&M religiously like a few years ago when I was like right out of college and going into grad school. They had a bunch of stuff that was perfect for me in grad school because I was in my MBA program, so it required me to dress up pretty professionally. Like 9 times out of 10, I had to be in some sort of professional outfit, and H&M has all of that. So if you're in the workforce, H&M is definitely your go-to. So number 3 on this list is H&M. All right, number 4 is a brand that I kind of recently just came across, and that is NAKD Fashion. And I featured some of their items in a video. I'll link it here. But I have got to say, as I browse that site, they have a lot of basics, and it feels so good against my skin. And I think it was only like $30. Just like, this is a good price for what this was, and I feel like I'm going to be wearing it very frequently. Like, obviously I could wear it in the summertime because it is a tank top at the end of the day, but I'm excited to bring it into fall and winter because I know that this is something that I can definitely layer, something that can go underneath a blazer, underneath a coat, underneath a trench coat. The options are endless. I would say that that is a good basic quality brand to shop, NAKD Fashion, and they have a lot of blazers. I know that's a random thing, but like, blazers to me is a quality basic that everybody needs to have in their closet. So once again, NAKD Fashion, if you never heard of it, Australian based brand, they have some really good products, so try it out. And then next we have Mango. I love Mango. They kind of remind me of Zara, but a little bit more on the neutral, laid back side. Zara kind of gives you like that color, that print every now and again. They are definitely infamous for doing that, kind of staying on top of their trends. I would say Mango is like a watered down version of Zara, but not in a bad way. It kind of just takes all the like neutral basic elements of Zara and kind of like elevates it just a little bit more. That's what I feel like Mango gives me, and I feel like they figured out what works and they are not changing it. Like, even with trends, I think that the trends that they probably highlight are the ones that are more on the basic neutral side. I had a Mango haul, I'll put it here. All these things I've worn consistently since I've gotten them. Again, really good quality basics that they have, and there are pieces that, you know, there's not really a lot of fluff going on around it, so you don't have to think too much. You don't have to think too hard about pairing it together, making it work with something. It's just one of those sites that where you get what you buy, and it's pretty affordable as well. I would say as far as price point, it almost is comparable to Zara with certain pieces. And then lastly, we have Abercrombie. So Abercrombie made a comeback, and I talked about it here. They made a comeback, y'all. They made a comeback. They said, we are here and we know how to do this again. I definitely appreciate them for sticking with the times and being willing to, you know, mold themselves into, like, they're still their brand, but they know what works in today's society. There was upon a time where people felt very, you know, outside of Abercrombie, where they felt very excluded, myself included. And so I'm happy to say that that is not the case. And I'm happy to say that Abercrombie has some good basics that I definitely feel you should invest in. I would say their price point kind of gives me like Everlane. Well, depending, it can also be kind of a little bit comparable to Aritzia, like a little bit. I would say it's like right underneath Aritzia. And so it can be a little more pricey. Like, this bodysuit I'm showing here is one that I've had for a minute now, and it was $50. So, you know, like $50 for a bodysuit is like, oh, what? If it's one that I know that I'm going to be wearing consistently and that I'll get a lot of wear out of, your cost per wear is very important. If you know that you're going to be wearing something 5 times and it costs you $50, that's $10 per wear. You're kind of already getting your money's worth. Now, obviously, if something is more expensive than that, then, you know, you can do the math. And that's how I usually kind of justify spending more money on certain things. So I'm like, I know I'll wear this probably a lot of times. So at the end of the day, I'll get my cost per wear. Just a little tip I have. So those are the 6 brands that I feel like I can get high quality basics from. Again, they range from H&M being the cheapest to Aritzia being the most expensive, but you can definitely find something all in between. There is something for everybody out there. I also think that investing in the higher quality pieces will definitely give you a return on your investment, a return on your money, a return on your spending, just because they will last you a little bit longer than the cheaper options. So as always, I hope that this video was helpful. As I'm doing this video, I'm like, you know what? I need to restock because fall again is coming and I want to be prepared and ready. So I will catch y'all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.